application for season 8 because of the good report and the success of this program.
And instead of keeping balance, I threw myself into some things, for instance, my job, and I forgot how to take care of me.
I believe this program of The Smallest Winner will introduce me to new ideas, new ways, new information, and new strategies.
My daughter is a breast cancer survivor. I want to be there for her and my grandson.
My name is Izzy Alvarez and I grew up in New York City, Queens. I was raised in a single parent home with no dad around to show me how to be a man. As a result, I ended up guessing a lot, and mostly, I guessed wrong. To say we were poor would be an understatement. My mom only worked part-time because of her struggle with cancer, making it difficult to provide for me and my 2 sisters. Life was hard and there wasn't much to celebrate. We spent birthdays and holidays at fast food restaurants because it was the cheapest and easiest place to go to stuff our faces. In fact, our philosophy was, eat as much as you can, whenever you can, because we didn't know where our next meal was going to come from. It's no wonder I grew up making unhealthy food choices. My perspective was distorted from the very beginning. My mom died when I was 13 years old, leaving me with no idea to where to go or even what to do. So I filled my pain with things like eating, drinking, smoking, and even gangs. I appeared tough on the outside, but on the inside, I was screaming, "Someone, show me what to do." Fortunately, I eventually crossed paths with several people who were instrumental in helping me overcome that part of my life. I cleaned up my act, went back to school, and embraced my role as a husband and a father. My life has been redeemed through the grace of others showing me what to do. However, the one area in my life that continues to haunt me is my physical body. This is why I consider Fort Wayne Smallest Winner a vital part of my journey. I have friends who've joined Fort Wayne Smallest Winner, and I've seen what it's done for their lives. I want that for my life too. I long for the day where I can keep up with my kids and not get long-winded, or go to a restaurant and actually fit in the booth, or lie in bed at night with my kids when they're feeling scared. With Fort Wayne Smallest Winner, it's not about knowledge, or I would have dropped pounds a long time ago. It's about accountability. It's about belief. It's about transformation. Some people consider me a survivor because of what I've been through. And to some degree, they're correct. But deep down inside, I don't just want to be a survivor. I want to be a champion. Because the truth is, I know I was meant for something better, for something special.
So when I walked in Smallest Winner, I thought I was in shape and I thought I'm like, oh, I got this. I'm ahead of the game.
I knew I needed the discipline and the structure and the organization to, because I was very overweight.
You just don't know what to expect. You don't know new people are going to meet. I was very excited though. And then once we're sitting down and people are talking to us, then that overdrive kicked in and I was just ready to go.
A little scary, not knowing what to expect, not knowing what you could actually do, what your body could do, because clearly none of us have really worked out before or this intensely.
You get to meet your teammates, you get to meet all the trainers, the alumni, and I think I just hung on the alumni's words because I was scared. You know, you watch that video and you see the sweat pouring down and you think, oh no, what did I just sign up for?
The first week was intense, and looking back, it's easy now, but I jumped right in, without any hesitation and just took it on. I loved it.
Rick and Tina put everybody at ease, and the nutritionists and the trainers and everyone were wonderfully positive, kind people. So everyone became a lot less ill at ease, a lot more comfortable. We're all subject to authority and guidance and direction throughout our lives, and I have no problem with that when the people that are guiding me, directing me, or instructing me know what they're doing. And these folks all know what they're doing.
It was familiar to me what we were doing, so it wasn't that much of an adjustment to what I had done in the past. It just, after 20 years, the body just can't do those things anymore, so you got to relearn how to do that again.
There's a physical assessment that first Saturday before orientation where Andreas has you do some drills. And I had been in a situation where if I got down on the floor, I didn't know how to get up. It's like I needed to find a chair or something to push myself up. Well, in his therapy room, there's no place to do that. And so I just had to do it. And I think that set the stage for me from the get-go that I'm just gonna have to find a way to do it. And first day of workouts, get down on the floor and do some stretches, I gotta find a way to get up. And I think I shocked EJ the first couple times. He's like, are you okay, are you okay?
Someone had said it's gonna be a lot of work. And I was like, hey, I'm tough. I can handle a lot of work. You know, I work 3 jobs, I'm a single mom, I can handle challenges. This was a big challenge. And at that point, I was really ready to give up. It was way bigger than me. And I got awarded my first extra credit, my first time where we come in early in the morning with Rick. And I was just devastated. It was almost to me like a punishment, like I had done something wrong. An alumni came by and she says, you know, this isn't a punishment. She said, this is a gift. You get one-on-one time with Rick. It's a gift. And of course, Sandra and I just kind of laughed.
I love the positive spin still to this day. Extra credit. The intensity's kicked up and it's earlier, so, but it's extra. You're there for a reason.
Each team has 2 of their own nutritionists, and they really are dedicated to fine-tuning everything to what our body needs individually.
I've always thought that nutrition was doing a diet, and they don't like that word here. This is not a diet. This is just a different way to look at food and how much of it you eat and what you actually eat. So I think that's the most important thing.
After I changed my calorie intake, and I was fortunate enough to have extra credit almost every single week with Rick, so I think that really helped, the extra workouts. And then just building that mileage each week, it just clicked.
You know, we're at different levels, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we are all pushing for that same end goal, and that is so amazing. And we do things together that you don't do with people. So I mean, car washes, whatever. You know, it takes us to a comfort level with these people that I never thought that I would get to. And so I love and adore all of them for different reasons. And so it's amazing.
Andreas Lomar helped incredibly. He was a huge help. On Fridays, he would take those of us who have some physical issues and show us a workout that focuses on core and doesn't give your body any choice but to work hard. And it's been great. There's simple exercises, you know, tossing a medicine ball, doing things like mountain climbers with the little sliders. You know, I loved it so much that then I'd bring my wife in on Tuesdays and Thursdays and we'd do it again. It's kind of become a running gag, especially with my team, when I'm actually in a regular workout. Because, you know, not in the pool or not with Andreas or somebody, you know, hey, Pat's here, all right, everybody's, it's fun. You know, it's exciting and keeps everybody smiling during the workout.
You know, the support from my family, tell me, hey, you know, you can stick with this. We know it's hard, we know it's difficult. But not everybody's doing what you're doing right now. Nobody has the courage to get up off the couch and do what you're doing right now. So just the fact that you are here, you know, that speaks volumes. So you can get through this, just keep going, you know, just give it another week and you'll get better. And it has.
Well, I get last a lot. Funny, my mind tells me that I can still do this, and my body says, no, we ain't doing that. It caused me to come to grips with my physical capabilities and incapabilities. But you know, hard work's hard work, and you know, they're great. The trainers and Rick and Tina, they're great in letting us adjust what we need to adjust to fit our situation in life.
The different dynamics of each trainer helps. I mean, sometimes you really need a CC workout. You need someone in your face pushing you every step of the way, and then other days it helps to have Mary, you know, a more relaxed and gentle trainer, and same with EJ. Emily really pushes you to your limit, which you really think that you just can't do one more thing, and she brings out something different, a different twist.
Sleds. You put weights on this big contraption and you push with all your might down. And Rick is standing next to me and he's guiding it, because of course at that point I can hardly push it. And he said to me, he goes, "Did you ever think you would do something like this?" And I said, "No." And he goes, "Laura, you can do anything. You can do anything. Look what you've accomplished. You can do anything. Those were words that have really carried me through this whole time, of that, you know, I can do anything. Look at all I've accomplished.
You can do more than what you think you can do. You can. Everybody needs to take a first step at some point in time, and they really do support you every step of the way. So it's, the first step is the hardest, but actually getting here, they won't let you fail. They won't.
You get so much more out of it than the physical effort you have to put into it. I keep thinking in my head, you know, what am I going to do to make this stick? I mean, it's the long-term statistics for people in my situation are not great. And so I have to think about every day, what am I going to do to make this change stick? I've lost weight before. How am I going to make it stick? And I think part of it is there's so much sweat equity that goes in from the workouts and the challenges and the cardio training and things like that. You have to remember those things and make it stick.
There's just so much. There's so much that goes into this. It is not an easy flippant deal. All the trainers and all these people that come for volunteer, to love some of us when we're pretty unlovely. You know, we are pretty unlovely sometimes, and we're pretty difficult because we're going through all of this change, and yet they just continue to support us and encourage us and give us strong words. Don't ever say the word can't in front of them. It's just not in their vocabulary. Probably the best thing about them is to watch the look on their face when the light bulb clicks on for us, because they see we've got it. And to them, that's it. That's it. They just want us to live healthy lives, to be able to get life back so that we live long and healthy and enjoy our kids and grandkids. And we're better workers, we're better Christ followers, we're better parents, we're better all the way around because of just 15 weeks, you know. So thank you. Thank you for giving me my life back.